Hello, everybody. I'm just going to give it a few more minutes. I'll start at 5 past just so everyone can join. So it's like in 3 minutes. Alrighty. Alright, sorry guys. Good afternoon. Thank you all for joining. Those of you who have managed to join, and for the rest of you, I guess you'll brief everybody else. So you guys should have received an email talking about how we are having our partner day or talent stack day, as we're calling it this year. This is just an opportunity for organizations who want to come and display or talk to We Think Code, or to just get acclimated with who we are as an organization and what we have to offer. Guys, please make sure you're muted when you join the call. Who's this person that is now unmuted? Okay. But besides that, for organizations who want to get to know We Think Code, who want to get to know the type of students that we have, who are looking to hire, who are just looking to meet people, this is their chance or their time of year for them to come around. We generally do this for the second years who are in the program so that you guys can ask the burning questions that you have, meet people who might be alumni who are working outside, meet organizations who are looking for talent for the first time, get be our ambassadors essentially to people who want to partner with We Think Code, to people who want to hire from We Think Code, and people who have already been hiring from We Think Code. So the expectation is not only for you guys to just get exposure, but also to meet, make sure you're using your social skills, but kind of like the events that you go to. When you do go and attend them outside. So that's basically the gist of what Partner Day is. It isn't always the guarantee of employment. It isn't always the guarantee that the companies that are coming forward are going to hire. But a lot of the time, there are some organizations who really just don't know what We Think Code is about and would like to come onto campus just to meet, see the atmosphere, see what we're about, and that you guys then become our first link to actually getting these organizations into the door and seeing if we can actually form a formalized partnership with them. So yeah, I'm just going to take you through a little bit of a briefing about what will happen. You should have all received a calendar invite already. Cape Town, I know you're aware, it's on Wednesday. And then Johannesburg, it's next week, Friday. Yes, we know it is your break week. And unfortunately, the way the calendars aligned this year, there was no time. We know that you guys are actually really, really busy with coursework, and it's just before you guys start electives. So this was the kind of sweet spot that we could get to have this day. So we do sincerely apologize if it is an inconvenience to you, but this is a nice opportunity for you. And for those of you, I think in the email it did say that if you're unable to attend, please just do let us know so that we can account for where you were. But I mean, it's just a nice, fun event for you guys to socialize with your peers, to socialize with alumni, to socialize with an organization that may just want to partner with We Think Code, to be our brand ambassadors for the day on campus that particular day. So I'll just go through the little presentation. So we're just going to talk about what the purpose is. I gave a brief view now. So what the purpose of Partner Expo Week is, just an overview of what to expect, some house rules, and how to conduct yourself, as well as tips to maximize engagement. And then at the end, if you do have any questions, I am looking at my phone to see if anyone who has questions on the YouTube channel. And then for any of you who have questions on the Zoom chat, I'll also answer those towards the end. Yeah. Hey, come ahead.
Oh,
Mute.
sorry. So sorry.
No problem. Okay. So the purpose of Partner Expo Week is for the students to interact and meet with some of our sponsors and hiring partners, as well as organizations who haven't hired before. And also for you guys to be our ambassadors. This is for you to learn about job opportunities at the various companies. So we do have nice companies that are coming through, like especially in Joburg, we've got Cape Town and Joburg. MTN will be coming through to both. In Joburg, now we've got BBD coming there. Then we've got a company called Lemmy Technologies, but we'll give you guys a little bit of a list towards the end of this week once we've actually finalized who or gotten the final RSVPs, and we'll send you a list so you guys can do a little bit of research for yourselves for Partner Day, so you have actual questions to ask when these organizations are on campus. So this is also an opportunity for partners to gauge the kind of talent that we have at We Think Code. So it's also their opportunity to get to speak to you, to get to know who you are, to see what we as We Think Code have to offer. As I did mention, guys, sometimes these are the times when partners will come forward and say, okay, I wasn't actually looking to hire. I was honestly just on the ground to see what you guys do. But I met an extraordinary individual by the name of Larato, and she really got me interested in wanting to actually interview. Do you mind putting her on the list? And can I see if I can interview a few more candidates that are similar to him or her? So remember that this is also your opportunity to shine. You are our door, you're our window. So please be your best selves, be on your best behavior, and make sure you do engage. Get people to want to get to know us. Yeah. Then also assist with the preferencing process for placements that will be taking place, well, not next month, still in October. So once we start placements after this, then we really get into the placement process. So that's when we start making sure you guys are filling out your profile on the placement system and putting it together so that we can start sending it out to organizations immediately after Partner Day. So we'll be working with you then just to get your profiles together so that we can start putting you forward for job opportunities, and you can also start putting yourselves out there by applying. I'll answer the questions that you see them popping up. So the partners will be setting up their stands if they do have stands. In Joburg, they will be on the patio area. So this area where you guys have lunch is where the tables will be situated. So we'll be moving the tables that are there and making sure that partners can have space. And it's also a nice big space for you guys to be able to walk around and talk to everybody. And then, so we won't be doing it upstairs because upstairs is quite clustered right now. So it will be on the patio area. Cape Town, I believe it's the first floor, but I'll confirm with Nicola. It could be the first or the second floor. That's where it will be taking place. Then you should have received the calendar invites already for that particular day. And then you'll also be allowed to visit the stands between 9:30 and 2. So they are aware that they should be on campus for those hours. For those who probably don't have any formal stands, there are some people who have RSVP'd or are from organizations that don't want to have a formal stand but would still like to walk around and engage with you. They'll probably be wearing their corporate attire, so it would be easy for you guys to identify them. We'll probably be sitting in the lunch area so you guys can have a chat with them, but we'll let you know all the logistics the day before or the morning of. So please, house rules, conduct, please dress appropriately and presentable on the day. As we've mentioned before, first impressions do count. We're not saying wear your Sunday's best, but we're not saying wear your beach wear either. It's not hard. So please just do come dressed appropriately, neatly when you are on campus. Be mindful of your noise levels because remember, there may be 10, 20, 30 of you around a table at any point. So no shouting, no screaming. It is in open space and we are it's Cape Town, it's easier because it's just you guys within the building. But Joburg, remember, we do share the building space, so do keep the noise levels to a minimum. And then be mindful of time. Give everyone the opportunity to visit a stand. So if you've already gone to a stand, guys, move on to the next one. Maybe try after lunchtime if you have any questions, and then go back to that stand to go and do some follow up questions. But once you're there, use 5-10 minutes and then move on and just meet the other people who will be walking around. Introduce yourselves and get to know everyone who's there. You'll need to visit all the stands. Just doesn't mean because you don't know the name, it doesn't mean that you don't want to be there. For all you know, there's an organization who hasn't hired before but has exactly what you're looking for. But just because they don't have a very well known brand or name doesn't mean that it's an opportunity you shouldn't take. So please visit all, talk to everyone, and be respectful when interacting with partners. So please be on your nicest behavior, be formal, address nicely, address them formally as well. And then don't be late for partner presentations. So some of them might have presentations for you guys. So we'll make sure that when we send out the agenda, you know if anybody does have a presentation. But I believe we'll also be having a few alumni presentations. But we will send out that finalized agenda end of this week or early on Monday. And then keep this campus space clean and neat at all times, because do remember, for these people, this might be their first time coming onto any one of the We Think Code campuses, so they might want to do a little bit of campus tour. So beyond being on the patio, they might walk around, go into the first year cluster, go into the second year cluster as well. So please be sure that on that particular day you are keeping noise to a minimal and that you are keeping your spaces clean and neat at all times. And this isn't a very long presentation, guys. So tips of engagement: view your interactions with the partners as your first interview for internships. Remember, again, as I said, some of them want to hire, some of them already know they're going to hire, some of them are getting a view of what is We Think Code and what they have to offer. And because of the engagement that they had with you, they might come back to me or any other We Think Code staff member and say that, oh, I really liked the engagement I had with the individuals. Can we have a discussion on how to get an internship process or how to get employment opportunities going forward for some of the candidates that I've met? So remember, you are what will dictate what happens or what is the outcome of Partner Day. Be open minded, again, visit every stand, ask questions, learn more about the company, again, 10 to 15 minutes. Talk about what you've learned at We Think Code. Again, this is exposure to what you've done, what you're doing, what you're going to do, what are your career aspirations. And remember just to enjoy and have fun. Again, it's nothing, we're not saying be not yourself. I always say that your most authentic self is the self that gets you a job opportunity. Nothing is worse than faking it till you make it. No. If you present and you come forward as who you are, the doors will open and you will get access to the opportunities you are looking for. So please, when you come on that day, be yourself, your neatly and well presented self, but please be yourselves nonetheless. And then once we're done with Partner Day, guys, we're going to go into the proper placement season. So this is when we start our full marketing campaign, my campaign of talking to partners and saying, hey, cohort 2024 is about to complete the program. If you're interested in getting to know, if you're interested in reviewing some profiles, please do let us know. And that's when we start putting your profiles together. So we'll be onboarding you onto the placement system. Ooh, not end of September, my bad. Beginning of October. So if Partner Day is on the last Partner Day is on the 10th, we immediately that first week when you guys come back, I'll just schedule with performance to have a session where we will have a meeting with you, walk you through the placements portal, and then you'll have that week to prepare your profiles, your CVs, so that you can upload those and those can be sent off to partners. And then mock interviews will also be taking place in October, but Mutsu will have more communications with you guys about that one. So we know you guys have done only the peer-to-peer mocks, but we're in the process of just finalizing the list of volunteers who will be able to do your mock interviews, since we know your real interviews are coming in hot and fast from November. And I don't think I got anything else after this. Okay, let me just look at YouTube to see if I have any questions there, and then I'll answer the questions that are in the chat here. Okay, I've got nothing there. Then the questions in the chat are, sorry. Is it possible to get? Yes. So I did say that I will send out a list once we've finalized it, because our RSVP list is still open. We want to make sure that we leave it as open as long as possible, so that we can still make sure we're signing up as many companies. So you will get it. Thank you to Misho, said we'll email. Then we have on mock interviews, are they going to be done groups? Going to be group interviews like we had so far, or one-on-one? So they usually group because there's a large number of people in each cohort. So and a lot of volunteers don't take on a large number of students. Guys, so there is a benefit to a group mock interview. Here's why. You get to hear the answers that your peers would give to a particular question, so that you actually get feedback. You get different questions, and you get to just see what it's like to be in an interview. Majority of the time, you'll never be in a one-on-one interview. I've noticed that it hardly happens. So just get used to interviewing with other people. There are some interviews where you actually do go into a panel interview with some of your peers, and they're sitting there, guys. You'll see yourself on a call and you'll be like, why is this person from Cape Town on this interview with me? Right? So the reason why we do the mock interviews like that is so that you can, if you hear a question, your peer will get a question, you'll hear their particular answer, and you'll be able to say, oh, I know I wouldn't have answered it that way, that's cool. Or I actually wouldn't have answered it that way, this is how I would answer it, if they ask you the same question. So just to give you that opportunity to hear how somebody else would answer a particular question, and also to allow us to mock interview all at the same time. And then based on the feedback that we get from the interviewers, for those of you who really, really need a second mock interview, then we arrange those ones on your behalf. But honestly, it's just numbers and the number of volunteers that come forward. With the mock interviews, would it be with industry? Alumni can be industry professionals, and they can be alumni. It's a mix of all alumni, industry professionals. Again, mock interviews are not my thing. Mock interviews are Homoso, so she will have another session with you on that one. People aura farm in mock interviews and respond just sounds better. Do I understand what this thing, guys? Is it me, or what does this sentence say? Is it just me? Can someone tell me? Am I missing it? Yes, thank you. Whew, thank you. Someone is asking. Aura. Is it aura? People aura farm in mock interviews, and hey. Please tell me what aura farming is. I'm a bit too old to understand what that is. Someone can tell me.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
I'm saying, right? So, okay, Aura Farm is just like, I'm just saying, people just, you see, there's a lot of pressure when it comes to group interviews. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
So some people just sound better. I've had group interviews before. So answer someone else just sounds way better than your answer. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm old. I'm from a different generation. Please don't hit me for not knowing what that means. I get you, and I think I sat in some of your group. Is it because of the Tech Mentor group interviews? Is that why you guys don't like me? Because I think I sat in one of them, and I was like, ah, shit, these people. All right, I get it, but guys, it's just for us, we've seen the benefit of it. There are some companies that can request to do one-on-ones, but generally what we got from last year is that the group mock interviews gave nice feedback. Even the students who did them enjoyed them because they really could hear the response, and we all got feedback generally. So unfortunately, not one-on-ones. They are going to be group interviews, and we're hoping to get them to be done in person, so you guys can actually do the thing of dressing up, coming to campus, and being in your mock and get it done and continue with your day. So it will be one day, get it done. Because what we've seen is sometimes when we do them online, it is a problem. Sometimes you don't get feedback immediately. Sometimes they don't give us feedback. We don't even know if you did the mock interview. So it isn't a controlled setting where we know that, all right, these 50 students have a mock interview on this day at this particular time. You know, you've done it in that hour, you're gone, and it's okay. All right. But Khomoto will communicate with you. Don't worry about that. Should probably send you guys comms by early next week, maybe during partner week day. Yeah. Masejo, can we use the same questions from previous mock interviews to practice? Yes, you can. So you can use the questions that were sent to you from your previous peer-to-peer mock interviews to practice. Practice with a peer, practice with yourself, get the answers for those. Those are a perfectly good set of questions for you guys to use to practice for the mock interviews. So you can even start prepping that now. But yeah, guys, now I don't have anything else to tell you. I'll just tell you that, first of all, sorry that it's in your off week, but I do appreciate you coming. I do appreciate those of you who saw me post it on LinkedIn and actually reshared it. So if you saw my post on LinkedIn about Partner Day, please find it and reshare. I think that's how we got the most sign-ups that we've had so far. So go and find it, reshare it, post again so that we can get as many companies to come through and to actually see what we have to offer. Generally, how long does an interview? Mock interviews an hour, and normal interviews also between 30 minutes to an hour. If it's a technical assessment, or if it's a technical interview, again, an hour as well. Or technical assessment, sometimes they send it to you and then you have a few days to submit, between a day and 2 to 3 days or a week. But it all depends on the particular organization. Any other questions? I guess I've got time to answer. Ooh, okay. The link has no sound. Shame. Why is YouTube muted when I have sound? Oh, that's sad for them. Oh, someone has sound. Okay, someone has sound. Another question is also, technical interviews are always coding. So no, they're not always coding. So it won't be you're in a session and you have to code. Sometimes they ask you technical questions and then you have to explain on the spot. So technical concepts, kind of like the mock interview content that we share with you. Are you guys reposting? Ach, thank you. Thank you guys, you listen. But definitely it's between either coding. So they'll let you know that this is a coding assessment or coding interview. Sometimes they'll tell you, can you prepare a project and then come and present it to us? But these are all things that are known beforehand. So when it is a technical interview, they'll let us know that this is a technical interview, and we tell you that. If it is one where you need to prepare something for them, we tell you so that you go into the interview prepared with something to present to them. More often than not, sometimes it can just be when you talk about your project yourself, then they could be like, oh, do you mind opening up your GitHub repository and showing us, walking through something that you've built? We've had an occasion where that has happened once, though, where people had to actually present something that they've worked on. But majority of the time, you'll always be full and aware of what type of interview you'll be going into. And should we expect any of these soon? Take interviews, guys. So I think we told you during the interview time, it will always be different. Some companies just interview for culture, and that's enough for them to hire you. Some companies just send out a technical assessment and then they don't even interview. Some send out have a technical interview where you come in and you do a technical interview with them. Some say we want to do a culture fit technical interview and tech assessment with you. So it all depends on the type of organization that comes forward. It all depends on the type of organization that you are shortlisted for, and what stage of the interview process you are in. Sometimes the technical assessment comes first. Sometimes it's the culture, then the technical. Sometimes it's not even any of those. It all depends on the organization and their particular recruitment process. Okay. No questions? We're all good. Good. I'm about to see. I don't waste your time. I just needed a little bit of time so that you guys can shout at me online if you need to, other than anywhere else. Man, if you've got nothing else, please do email me. Please expect that placements onboarding session next week, and then as well as comms regarding mock interviews. But I'm really hoping next week goes well. I'm really hoping we get some really cool companies that sign up. And even if they don't, I'm really hoping that we can make sure that this placement season is one for the books, where we can get as many organizations to come forward and get you guys. So that even if they don't sign up for Partner Day, we might just ask them that, hey, even if you can't make it to Partner Day, would you like to have a session with the students where you walk them through your organization? So we're just trying to make sure that we can start building the pipeline for you guys now rather than later. Okay. Have an amazing afternoon. Thank you all for joining, and I'll see you guys next week. Cape Town, I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Joburg, you see me all the time, so it's fun. Goodbye.